Hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Asher.
We're news editors at the Maroon. And here's our podcast highlighting a couple stories in this issue we think are particularly noteworthy.
Perhaps the most noteworthy this week is the fact that admissions results for the university are in, and they've fallen 1% from last year.
1 percentage point, so we're now at 26.8%, which is the lowest we've ever had. Last year was also a record low. There was a larger drop last year, but it was still an improvement this year. And it's also some administrators last year's here.
That's right. Michael Benke and the beloved administrator Ted O'Neill this is their last admissions result, so congratulations to them.
I regret not including in our article last issue that there are Ted O'Neill's My Homeboy t-shirts on campus. When we talked about Ted O'Neill leaving, we omitted
and you
that
can
fact.
buy them. You can buy them.
You can buy them, yeah.
Faithful watchers at on campus. The Reynolds Club, I imagine.
Probably sometime around there.
It's also this is our average. Our acceptance rate is about twice as much as the average of Ivy League institutions in which we consider our peers.
Yeah, they range. Harvard and Yale are they have their record lows this year at around 7%. Cornell's at 19. But on average, the Ivy's dropped along with us about a percentage point.
Yeah. So next year will be Jim Nondorf's first year as the head of admissions.
Head of admissions and financial aid. So we'll see what impact he has. A story we touched upon in our last podcast was that a former student was bringing suit against the medical center for a lapse in care that she felt she received. She went on a date. She said that she was raped after the date, and she went to the SEC for care. And she allegedly says that she was not given a rape kit, which prevented prosecutors from bringing charges against the alleged offender. And so she was suing a civil claims case for damages. And we mentioned it last podcast, and we have a story on it this issue. And we just wanted to sort of voice the other side of the story. The university had a press release they gave out, and by Steve Klein, the news director. And he said, because the civil complaint cited by the Sun-Times has been dismissed twice for failure to meet a fundamental legal threshold, there's been no discovery in the case, and no forum for the university to examine or respond to the allegations. Should the case proceed, the facts will show that the university responded appropriately with compassion and continuing support with the woman involved. Contrary to the account in the Chicago Sun-Times, when the woman first sought attention the day after the incident, two different staff members strongly encouraged her to be evaluated and examined for evidence of sexual assault in the emergency department of the hospital, but the woman declined.
So these are serious allegations, and the university is responding in kind, and we'll see what happens with that.
Suit will be filed by the end of the week if it is refiled, and we'll know more then.
Finally today we have for you a preview of our science column, Under the Microscope, written by Louise Lerner.
Yeah, and she has a really interesting article about a pediatrician at the medical center who started this study of prison inmates in Dallas, just sort of this weird disconnect. And I'll save the full story for the article, but it's a really interesting tale of following these staph infections, which are just sort of skin infections, but which are common in hospitals. And if the skin breaks, then it's a very serious illness, or can develop into a very serious illness. And this pediatrician found this huge number of cases in the medical center that weren't seen anywhere else in Chicago. And it's him sort of tracking down the different variables that cause these specific kids to get this virus, and no one else in the Chicago area.
That's fascinating. I can't wait to find out.
Me neither.
Just
Even
look at the heart of this issue.
I've already read it, and I still want to read it again.
Fantastic.
So for Mike and Asher at the Maroon, thanks for watching.
And I just lost the game.